Welcome to FountainCast. I am your host, Betsy LaVoie from the FountainHills Chamber of Commerce, and
I'm Kristin Milashoski, also from your FountainHills Chamber of Commerce.
So we are super excited. We're rolling out a new program through the Chamber called Shop Local Perks. And I really want to give kudos and just thank you, Kristin, because this is her brainchild. And so we're going to share all about that program because it's something that is going to be so widely successful. Everyone's going to want to mimic it because we're trendsetters, right?
That's right.
And so we are just going to share what it is and what it was and really unpack the program. So Kristin, why don't you start out and share with everyone what even inspired you to think of the idea to bring up Shop Local Perks?
What inspired me was we had a hot deal, is what we named it, on as a member benefit, right? And people used them from time to time. They put a deal or a promotion out. They could run 1 year long if they wanted or quarterly, but it was flat. I'm business engagement. I see what our members are using benefit-wise, and it just became kind of stale and flat. So I started doing some research about how we could elevate this program. We just completed that large member survey with incredible feedback from our members, and they want more visibility. They want more foot traffic. They want to be able to collaborate and be seen more. They want more marketing. The new Shop Local Perks that I have come up with and added some different features and benefits to it from the former hot deals brings all of that to our members. So it is an elevated way for them to promote their business monthly during 30 days, and it's available to different members every month.
I'm so excited about it. So let's just break it down. Let's unpack it.
Yes.
So if you are a member of the Chamber of Commerce and you would like to participate in this new program, once it launches, it's not launching officially until the State of the Chamber Breakfast, which is in June, the third Thursday of June. So once we launch it officially, how will they be able to participate?
We will have a landing page for our members to go to. They can fill out the form on there and submit the month that they would like to participate. So for instance, perhaps every July they have a promotion that they do to help try to get some visibility during the summer months. They could sign up for July. Perhaps their birthday is in February and every year they have a celebration. They could sign up for February to have a special Shop Local Perk for the community to drive them into their store to shop with them that month.
And if you are doing a special promotion for, say, February birthday promotion, then what type of promotion would be appropriate? So you can use your company if you'd like to. What would be a really neat Shop Local Perk that you might recommend?
If you have a brick and mortar and you're trying to drive some foot traffic in there, you want an in-store purchase. So maybe you probably kind of want a lucrative discount to drive them in. You may want to do a buy one, get one at 30% off or 50% off, and you don't have to give away the farm, so to speak, right? But you want something lucrative to get them in your door. They may not even use the discount. Maybe once you get them in, they see something, totally that doesn't apply to the discount. So it gets them in the door. So right. I think, having something enticing that, makes people want to use it.
Right. And really to think about, when I think about a deal, people are inundated, right? Just inundated with different things. And it has to be something that is really good, because if it is not enticing enough, they'll say, oh, that sounds nice, but they won't make the effort to walk through the door or click on the website or follow through. So I definitely recommend, the idea is not for your existing customers or your existing client base. It's to truly have that attraction piece for new clientele. And if you want new clientele, what's that worth to you, dollars and cents?
Right.
A lot, right? People spend a lot of money in marketing. They spend a lot of time and energy in their strategic planning to make sure that they're capturing new potential clients. So to really utilize the Shop Local Perks through the FountainHills Chamber of Commerce, give away 50% off for those 30 days. Try it. As long as you're not losing money, as long as you're covering your costs, if you're gaining a potential client, and if you provide good customer service, hopefully for years and years to come, that is absolutely worth that investment. So that's just my take, that if somebody is doing something like 10% off, that wouldn't get me through the door. Would it get you through their door?
Maybe not necessarily. Perhaps food, maybe
food,
my
yes.
restaurant bill, that might be kind of enticing.
Right.
So you also do have to think about the industry that you are in.
Right. And then speaking of food, everyone's a foodie, right? So what if you were a restaurant or like a culinary artist, for example? Wouldn't it be neat to even offer a shop local perk that was something that's not even on the menu?
Right.
Like what if it was a secret item? In-N-Out Burger has their secret menu and everybody wants to order off the secret menu, and so does Starbucks. And no, Starbucks and In-N-Out are not sponsors, but truly that appeal of having something that's not offered all the time and it's not offered to the public, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that extra something.
Right.
Okay, so let's talk about, what are we doing first? Are we doing a beta test?
We are.
Okay,
right
talk
now,
about that.
We are working with a group of members to work out the kinks of the program. When you start anything new, you get into it and you realize, oh, that's not going to work the way we thought it would, right? So we are in the process of beta testing. We're testing that form that I mentioned and kind of how smoothly all the communication is going to go. We want it to be as smooth as possible when we roll this out in June. We don't want it to be confusing to people.
Right.
It's really not confusing. It's a deal and it's a promotion.
Right.
And you're going to work with your fellow chamber communities to collaborate and promote one another.
Absolutely. So our first beta test, the Lucky 7, they truly are a Lucky 7. They were hand selected by Kristin and I on purpose with different industry in mind so that we can give a nice variety for the shop local perks for our visitors and our residents to really take advantage of this special exclusive offer. And so the Lucky 7, they have 60 days instead of 30 because they are our beta test. And we're excited to roll that out. So we'll make sure to include, you'll see our shop local perks logo everywhere, and then you'll know that that's where you click to find out what the deal or promotion or perk is for that month, and really to support local. I know we talk all the time, that's who we are at the Chamber of Commerce, is supporting local, but to prefer local. We want you to have such an amazing experience that you're not just doing it out of obligation, you're doing it because it's the best thing out there. And so that's what we're really trying to share with everyone and promote, is our unique businesses, how we are different, and really get to know them better. So how are we working our businesses together as a community, as a cohort?
Yes.
So talk about that a little bit.
Yes. So this is where this really levels up the game for our businesses. Hot Deals did not have this element. It was a flat promotion that the chamber had on their website, and we promoted it through the newsletter and, from time to time on social media. But that was about it. So this new element is going to be group participation. So our first 7 businesses are going to collaborate with one another. Perhaps that means, business A getting with business B and shooting some footage for a reel to create, or it just means taking some pictures. We also had one of the businesses in this group, also known as a cohort that we're calling it, suggest, well, we could promote all the business products within our business. They have some extra space within their brick and mortar along the avenue. That's incredible.
Yes.
Can you imagine, putting your products in there, and then there's, information on how to shop these products or where to go to get them, to buy that birthday present or to dine out. So the possibilities with this truly are endless. I'm so excited about it because this cross collaboration will really help drive the shop local perks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And obviously we want the dollars, we want the return on investment right away. There's no cost involved, but there is a time investment, and we're trying to make it super easy and not a huge time commitment, but to do it well, you do have to have some time put into it. So we want the results to be profound for our businesses, obviously, and we'd love that to be a purchase, right? So we talked about the concept of having a scavenger hunt through our Visit Fountain Hills app. And we are actually going to allow our residents and our visitors and everyone who's taking advantage of the Shop Local Perks program to upload their receipt when they actually have a purchase. And then we're going to have giveaways every single quarter at our FH Connect breakfasts. The public is always invited to attend our FH Connect breakfast, but you don't have to be present to win. So we're adding another element. Not only are you getting a deal, not only are you preferring local, not only are you helping sustain a vibrant economy right here in Fountain Hills. But you also can get an extra special prize at the end of each quarter, or maybe a few, depending on what we land by the time the quarter ends.
Yes, who doesn't want that? You're shopping and everyone loves winning something.
Right.
So fun.
Absolutely. So speaking of Visit Fountain Hills, so not only will you have the scavenger hunt opportunity so that you can win prizes, but that's also where everyone can check out their Shop Local perk. So if you've not downloaded the Visit Fountain Hills app, you could do so in your Play Store or your Apple Store. And it's a complimentary app, and it's all things Fountain Hills, from our hiking trails to our restaurants, to all of our businesses, to all of our nonprofits. It's all things Fountain Hills. But right on the homepage will be Shop Local Perks. Yes. And so you'll be able to see that as soon as March 2nd, I believe, is when it will launch live. So you'll be able to see that during the beta test. So again, it goes to the masses in June when we announce it, but we are doing our beta test in March. So we really want to hear from you as you are participating with all the businesses and participating in the scavenger hunt. I think I just said participating 5 times, so that's okay. We really want you to
participate, right?
Absolutely.
And I think another good element is the chamber is going to be having printed lists to hand out and posters out in the businesses. So we want our cohort that month that has their group. If you've got that brick and mortar, when people are browsing in your store, tell them you're part of the Shop Local perks this month and hand them the flyer. Yes. Encourage them to stop in at the restaurant for an appetizer or go to this business because they have some really great gifts. So it's working with that group that month to help, increase foot traffic with them and visibility.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And are we ordering stickers?
We are ordering stickers. I love stickers. For those of you that know me, I love a good sticker.
And so we will have the Shop Local Perk sticker all throughout Fountain Hills and all of our businesses as well, just to really help get the word out and to really, again, it's all about supporting our businesses and increasing their return on investment, time investment. So let's talk about that too. Not only do we want you to have a sale, right? Every single business, we want multiple sales. We want you to have the best month ever in the month that you are a part of the cohort for the Shop Local Perks program. But what about the improvement in visibility, as you mentioned? So where all are we going to have it on social media?
On social media, we will have it on the chamber channels on Facebook and Instagram. We're going to have it on Visit Fountain Hills. We're going to have it on TikTok, numerous places there. And like you said, the app as well. So much social attention, so many platforms for you to comment a sentence, meaningful comments to help boost it up in the algorithms and interact with it.
Absolutely. So if someone has already done a really great job and they already have a great following on social media, will this increase their social media following, do you think, in your opinion?
Absolutely. It's going to help them. So, of course, we want our members to, once they get who's in their cohort, go and find the businesses in there and start following them if they're not already,
right?
So that they can be prepared to get the posts and, comment on them and help one another on the social aspect.
So if you increase your following for whatever platform you're most excited about, if you increase it 2-fold, would that be helpful?
Absolutely.
If you increase it 5-fold, would that be helpful?
Oh my gosh, that would be incredible.
So you have 7 other businesses who are in your cohort with you, and they are all promoting you as equal as themselves for the entire 30 days. I mean, this could truly be the difference for a business to go from just mediocrity to explosion. Mm-hmm. I know that I'm kind of Pollyanna and I expect the best in everything that we do. But I truly believe that the data supports that if you work together collaboratively and synergistically like this, that if I'm following Rexy Snacks, for example, if I'm following you and then I also share it to 7 other businesses, the likelihood that 7 other people are going to follow is pretty high.
Right.
And if we're doing that at least 3 times a week throughout 30-day time period, I mean, the results will speak for themselves.
Right. And let's not forget about every business has some sort of email marketing that they probably do. They have a list. Hopefully they have it segmented out by locals. And even if they don't, they can promote, from outside of Fountain Hills and also drive people, from out of town to shop in our stores, they can promote via email and also share the list, with their email followers of who has deals that month to shop in Fountain Hills.
Right, absolutely. And then I believe that Kristin and I do a really great job, not to toot our own horn, of sharing when we do our Monday musings every single Monday and when we do all of our events. So at all of our mixers, 3 a month that we do, and then one additional one each quarter, we share all of the special things that are going on at the Chamber of Commerce and throughout our town at every single event. So guess what? We'll be sharing the Shop Local perks, we'll be sharing the flyers, we'll be sharing verbally as well at all of our meetings and every possibility we can. And then also we talked about YouTube Shorts.
Yes.
So I don't know if companies are doing YouTube Shorts or not, but if you're a part of the Shop Local Perks program, you will be doing them now. So we're super excited about also sharing some YouTube Shorts to help that visibility for our different companies within our Shop Local Perks program.
Yes. And on that effect with the YouTube Shorts, I also want to mention this also opens the door for maybe some after hours business collaboration. We have First Fridays in place already. It may have been a while since you've done a First Friday, in your area on the avenue or in your shopping center. But this is also a great collaboration. Like, hey, let's do a First Friday together. We're going to have one. We're going to stay open a couple hours later. We're going to, have some appetizers and refreshments, and maybe someone who isn't a brick and mortar that's in your cohort, you could invite them into your business. You market to both of your audiences, and maybe some of the others in your cohort also decide to do a First Friday.
Right.
So that's there's multiple ways that you can use the Shop Local perks to promote.
Yes.
It's not just on social, and it's not just passing it around electronically.
Exactly. And will we even have some that are not local?
Yes, we will.
Yes.
Yes.
So we're excited to include at least one artist member in our Shop Local Perks program every single month. And so I think that's a really cool experience, because a lot of times you only get to meet our artist members twice a year at our Fountain Festival of Fine Arts and Crafts. But we will be featuring one along with our other 7 businesses every single month with the Shop Local Perks program. And typically, in all the years that I've been with the Chamber, I have never seen a discount from an artist. So to be able to get a perk or a discount from that industry, I think is really unique.
It is.
And to be able to even partner up with somebody who is out of state, you could still get creative and do that. Even if you were to do a live First Friday event with a brick and mortar, you could still feature your cohort collaborative partner at your First Friday as well. Maybe they'll do a Zoom call and be on a screen for 10 minutes and do an introduction. You could really get creative with this, and it's a really neat way to get to know people outside your circle and outside your box.
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost a form of networking, which
Yes.
we previously talked about. In a way, it's just building that network of people that know about your business.
Right. And then share with me, for the business who maybe is not doing as much marketing as they should be or could be, I shouldn't shoulda on anyone, but as they could be, or maybe this is all new to them, or they're a new business, it might feel a little overwhelming. So let's talk about what is the requirement to be a participating business in the Shop Local Perks. Is it a huge time commitment? Is it like 40 hours a week? Is it like 1 hour a week? What is your opinion?
It's not, and I don't want our members to get caught up or feel overwhelmed by it. It's simply, one, you are creating a deal. It's running for 30 days. The Chamber is going to push it out on their social channels. You can share those same posts once a week, share them a couple times a week, tag the people in your cohort. So when you are planning your social media for that month, the month you're going to be on, plan your posts out. You can sit down and do them with your other posts. It doesn't have to be extra things that you throw in, and doesn't have to feel frantic. Just plan ahead for it. And then also think of some ways that you can collaborate that month, that you can pop in and do a little video, or, show products, do some photos of them. There's multiple ways. Don't overthink it. Don't get lost in the minutia of it and panic about it. It's going to be easy and simple, and it will just kind of flow.
And then are we relying on only the Chamber's socials?
we're not. And I think that that's where the program can fall flat,
Yes.
right? Is like, oh, well, the chamber pushed it out. I don't need to. But that couldn't be further from the truth. You also need to reshare. It's those organic shares and those organic posts that are going to get that attention on social media and with the comments on them. When you reshare the chamber post, tag some other businesses in it, and comment on what you are resharing.
And then you could also be the originator of the post and then tag your cohort partners and tag the chamber, and we'll repost your original post. So don't rely or wait on just the chamber social. You can create all of your own social. We just guarantee that we'll do at least 3 a week, but we encourage you to do as many as you want as well, because we all know with social and with algorithms, the more, the better, as long as it's unique and captivating and will grab people's attention, and always using the Shop Local logo so that people know what to look for, which I think is huge. And I think people really start looking for that.
Yeah.
And then I'm so glad that you mentioned First Friday. So I just love First Fridays. I think that's so awesome. So even if you're not a brick and mortar, partnering with a brick and mortar is genius. And then even if you don't have, say, a percentage off, could you offer just a gift? Even we talked about on First Fridays, a little bit separate from this, but on First Fridays, maybe the first 10 people through the door at 7 p.m. get a free something, cocktail. Maybe it's something like that. In the old days, there used to be Black Fridays. I really feel like that doesn't really exist anymore. But remember, it was just a unique amount of people. And if you were not the first 10, you didn't get it, but you still went in.
Right.
And you still shopped.
Yes.
And so any sort of unique promotion like that, just to drive business to your door, I think will be really great. So I think we've done a really great job. What have we forgotten to talk about?
You know what? I think we have hit everything with it. I want everyone to know where our hot deals used to be. It was just flat, and it was out there. Not a lot of attention with it, but this is an active campaign that we're doing for our local businesses to drive visibility, to drive foot traffic. We can do all of this, but we also need the businesses in every month to also utilize what we're doing for them. And that is where the magic is, right? Like that's where we're going to start to see some traction with this.
Okay, so here's a great question. So are we still offering hot deals?
We are not offering hot deals.
Deals
you will no
bye-bye.
longer see that available on the website. We are offering the member-to-member deal available inside the member portal only for members.
That's right. And then what about social media tagging? Are we still offering social media tagging as we were?
You will slowly see that phase out. We'll explain more of that as we get closer to our annual update and share some updates with that. So this is going to be another reason why you're going to want to take advantage of the Shop Local perks, is because that is going to be one of the exclusive ways that you can tag the chamber in social posts.
Yes, absolutely. And it doesn't water down the feed,
right,
which is really important.
Right. It's going to be a targeted promotion that you are doing, not just a promotion to get attention to your social page. You've got to have that promotion in order to tag with the hot deals.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. Shop Local perks.
We're going to make that mistake a few times, I'm sure.
Probably.
And then also for the posters and the handouts at your brick and mortar, are we providing them, or are the businesses creating them? Are they printing them? Who's printing them?
We will provide those.
Yes.
So that's something else that you are going to get from us. We will provide a first round of those. If you're going through hundreds of them, probably not going to be able to reach out to us and bring copies, but we will give a thick stack to everyone to pass out and get through those. If you need, we'll see how it goes. If you need more, maybe we can make a few more copies. But we will be providing a nice printed poster for the public to see, so they are aware when they're walking down the avenue or walking in the shopping plaza what's going on. And then, of course, having those smaller sheets for people to take when they're, checking out or when they're walking around in your store. You want to get those into people's hands.
Absolutely. And one of my favorite parts in closing, I'll just share, is the fact that we are creating a group text with all of the businesses in the cohort. And that group text is going to come from me. And I'm not going to micromanage, but we're just going to be there as the cheerleader and to inspire everyone and to do reminders for the cohort. But why I'm excited about that part is because whenever we create these smaller communities within our chamber community, those smaller communities tend to be our most successful businesses. So I know that's just one more layer of support that this Shop Local Perks is providing by creating this smaller community of businesses that are working together for success. So with that, we can't wait to roll this program out. Make sure to be on the lookout on Visit Fountain Hills and FH Chamber and all of our social media channels so that you can support and prefer local. Thank you.
Thank you.